UKC Allstar program is for our agility, rally, and obedience competitions. It's a year-end point system, so dogs will compete all through the year, earning points to try to be within the top 50 of their class. At the end of the year, all the scores are compiled and we will publish our year-end standings winners. So the top 50 dogs of each class in those performance events, they will earn an invitation to compete in our UKC Allstars Invitational.
Oh my goodness, so much fun. Agility is where it's at. It's the best. She loves it so much. She lights up for it. It's really, really, really fun.
I love it. I think it's very lifelike, and he loves it. He has been doing obedience his whole life. Last year was our first year in UKC, and that year he qualified for novice, open, and utility. Last year we were lucky enough to win in open, and this year we were lucky enough to win in utility. Well, he loves to carry the ribbons. He loves to carry the ribbons out.
People compete all year in order to make sure that their dog is on the All-Star list in order to get an invitation for the UKC Allstars Invitational. We only have the Allstars Invitational in conjunction with Premier. It gives the dogs an opportunity to compete for an extra day, but also that's the day when only those that are invited get to compete with this special prize.
This is Carmen, and she is a very hard worker, and she competes in rally level 3, and she's also in obedience at the level novice. I was in rally 2 for All-Stars, and I got a qualifying score. I was also in All-Stars for obedience, and I also got a qualifying score. It was very exciting because I was kind of going to obedience, and then every once in a while I would go back to rally and check on the scores and see who would be ahead of my score.
I was absolutely amazed. I mean, I didn't realize how big this was going to be, and when they said he took first place and handed me this, I cried. I was so thrilled. I just can't say enough about it. I mean, there's no words that can really describe how satisfying, gratifying it was. I mean, we worked really hard all year, but we worked really hard this week too. And I'm speechless.
The winners of our All-Star competitions, not only do they get honored by being the year prior's winning dog, they also receive humongous ribbons, custom chairs, and I mean, just the joy of hanging out with their dog and their friends.
Allstars, we have actually, this is our second premiere. 2 years ago was the first time that he actually made it to Allstars, and we were able to come. And he got one All-Star ribbon that day also. So I came this year as well to try to get at least one ribbon, and we did. So we made our goal. I'm really thrilled for him because he's so small, and he is one of the smallest poodles that runs in agility. And for him to be able to accomplish what he has is just really exciting for me to see that he's made those accomplishments.
Well, I've been training for 50 years, and I've been showing in UKC since almost they started. So we always try to get eligible for All-Stars. And if we do, it's an honor just to be here. And then we love showing. It's, you know, and if you do well and do your best, that's all you can hope for. And if you win, that's even better. So my goal was to come and do our best. And I thought we won't want anything more than that. And we did. We went in and I felt we really did our best. I paid attention to the signs and to my dog, and she paid attention to me. And we just did our best.
To find out more about UKC's All-Star program, check out the UKC website at www.ukcdogs.com, and also go to our rule books for obedience, agility, and rally obedience, and there you can find all of the All-Star rules pertaining to those sports.
Agility is a cooperative dog sport that you do with your dog. The idea is to get through an obstacle course successfully, completing all the obstacles in the correct order, and you want to do it in the quickest time possible without making any mistake. In UKC Agility specifically, we really look for execution above speed, so we want to make sure that your dog is doing all the right obstacles, performing them the correct way, no mistakes, no off courses, and then from there, for every dog that does it perfectly, then it's ranked based on speed. You can honestly start learning the basics at home. You can start with the simple things like the table and the jump at home. They're very easy to construct on your own. Table is a simple surface elevated off the ground depending on the height of your dog. For small dogs it's 4 inches, and for larger dogs it's 14 in UKC. Jumps are going to depend on the height of your dog, anywhere from 4 inches all the way up to 20. And really you can start with the simple stuff as early as about 18 months with the puppies and getting them familiar with the obstacles. Then as you progress, helping find a trainer is a good way to go, because then you have access to some of the bigger obstacles, the A-frames, the tables, the tunnels, and the dog walks. So some of that more specialty equipment is hard to come by at home, but there are trainers nationwide that would love to help you get started in the sport. I love agility because it is a cooperative sport that you get to participate with your dog, and it's very much a team event. Both the handler and the dog have to be at peak performance to do the best job. If the dog is having a great day but the handler forgets where they are in the course, you're not going to be able to make it through. Even the best agility dog in the world cannot do this alone. And likewise, if your dog's having an off day, even if you're on your game, sometimes you're not going to be able to make it through without mistakes. So you really have to be performing as a team to be successful, and I think that aspect really makes it unique in dog sports. It's not just on the handler, it's not just on the dog, it really is that combination that makes you successful.
Master Nosework is our 4th level nosework class in UKC. It involves searching of the vehicles that we have out. They can be set up in any direction, so any orientation, front, back, sideways. And we have 5 vehicles here. So they can be, one of those can be a different type of vehicle. It doesn't have to be a car, but they have to be automobiles or something that you can drive. But one of them can be something else, like you could even have a lawnmower in there, a riding mower, because you could drive it. In order to do this class right here, the dog would have to advance to our other levels, which would be novice, advanced, and superior. This is the master level. In order to get a title in this, each dog has to earn 2 legs, which means they have to qualify twice. So the dogs have to come in. There are 3 hidden odors on these vehicles and 1 distractions. The dogs are searching for what we call civilian oil, civilian scent, so it's an essential oil. And in this class, one of the oils has to be myrrh, and there can be 2 other oils made up of either birch, anise, or clove. There's a distraction out here too that can be food or a toy, and they're hidden so that the handler does not know where the distraction is. And they don't know where the oils are either, so they're hidden. They can't be underneath the car, and they can't go inside, like deep inside the car. But anywhere on the exterior of the car, or if you open a door, it can be in the seam of the door or something like that. In this level, they do know how many highs are out there, so they have to search the cars, and then the dog has to do an indication to the owner that it has found what we call target odor. We use essential oils, okay, to do that. So we call this a civilian sport, so that it is not, it's very much the same as a real detection dog. We train it the same, but since it's not, it's legal stuff, so we call it a civilian sport. Alert, yes. Yeah. It's fun to do. It's the most absolute bond building event that you could ever do with your dog, because the dog is the master. The dog is the one who has control of everything. The dog is the one who drives this team. You're just along for the ride. Every single dog can do this sport. As a matter of fact, it builds so much confidence in dogs that don't like to do other sports will do nose work, because we put 100% trust in that dog. And they build themselves up like, oh, I can do this, look at me. I'm the one she's depending on, look at that. So it actually helps build any dog's confidence. It's great for young dogs, for old dogs, it doesn't matter. So we have dogs that are in this program that are just 6 months old. They have to be 6 months old to play. And we have dogs 6 months old doing this program, and we have dogs that are 14 years old doing this program. So it's a very big range. The average age of dogs in this program is 8.5 years of age. So everybody can do it.
Your puppy only gets one start to set the foundation for a lifetime of performance at your side. Fuel growth and activity, support digestive health, and give him a training edge to one day flush, point, track, retrieve. So when the gear comes out, he'll be ready. Make every milestone count with game-changing puppy fuel. Eukanuba Premium Performance Puppy Pro.
Check out the United Kennel Club online store for all of our magazine subscriptions and UKC merchandise. Go to shop.ukcdogs.com and you'll find all the best gear to support your UKC lifestyle. Snag a new hat, hoodie, or t-shirt and subscribe to our many publications, including our world-leading Coonhound publication, Coonhound Bloodlines. We even have research pedigrees and rule books available to purchase. Why wait? Shop now.
So one of my favorite features, and one of probably the main reason why I like using the dog trick collars, is the dial at 127 levels. You can fine tune and be as sensitive as you need to be in choosing the perfect level that your dog can understand that to communicate. There's no jumping in between. It's very smooth. You don't have to go from a very low level to a very high level. You can start low and find exactly what your dog needs.
Dock jumping is a good sport for dog and person as a team. They kind of work together to get in the pool, get off the dock, and you have to be a team in order for the dog to jump in. He can't just do it on his own. So it's a good team sport, a good bonding experience for you and your dog. This is Logan's main sport that he loves to do. He has crazy drive, and as you can see, he really likes to be on the dock. He thinks that's his dock. But yes, this is our main sport that he loves to do and enjoys it more than anything else.
We started with just kiddie pools, getting them in the water, showing them that the water's fine, letting them play and roll around in it. And then from there, elevated in kind of bigger, deeper areas of water. And then when you get on the dock, on and off the ramp, and then on and off the dock. I stand up at the front of the dock. We get him ramped up, give his cue word, which is who dat for us. He runs, and when he gets about halfway, throw it out as far as he can to try and get him up and out. I think it's awesome. It's another way for the dogs to be able to do, what they're bred for and what their drive is to do, but in a safer, contained area, so you're not worried about them going out into a lake, getting injured, doing something like that.
We were looking for something to do with the dog. We got into it. We were at a county fair one week, and we were watching him jump. And I figured my dog could probably do that, and we started off there, and we found a facility and just started practicing. And normally we line her up around 40 feet, and we just let her go from there, and she takes off and does her thing. We normally use a wobble rabbit. I always try to aim into the center of the pool and keep the toy in front of her so she catches it. To me, that's more rewarding for her to have the toy in the air and coming down. Me and her have a special bond when we get on this dock, and this is her happy place. She's always been thrilled every time we come out to a pool or go somewhere, and she always tries to throw a big crowd and have a good time and make people happy.
Well, a dog's raw instinct and catching that natural drive that the dogs have to chase and to catch prey. There's very little training involved, so it's basically one of the few dog sports that's just natural skill that the dog has.
Hey-ho!
A lot of people start out in their own backyard with what's called a flirt pole, which is basically like a long stick with a string with the baggie tied to the end. And you're just kind of whipping it around, getting the dog focused on it, getting them to chase it. You can spin in a circle and get them to chase it there. So once you get the dog interested in the bag itself and understanding that, you know, the object is to catch that bag. And most dogs turn onto the flirt pole really, really quickly if they're going to lure course. And then once you get them good on a flirt pole, you come out here and we do practice runs and start getting them into it. And some people, you know, go ahead and enter and feel confident about it and come out here. And several of the dogs that, you know, came out here today that had never run and ran beautifully. And it was awesome to see because, like I said, it is a lot of natural instinct. All dogs can chase the lure, all dogs can show coursing aptitude. The main difference between the regular dogs and the sight hounds is if you watch the sight hounds, they actually work together. And they're very aware of each other and trying to work as a team or as a trio to kind of catch the lure. And there's a little bit more seriousness in the dogs to it as far as it really is prey and they really are studying it. They're doing a little bit more hunting where a lot of the other breeds are kind of chasing. So there's a definite skill level difference in the dogs because it's what the sight hounds are bred to do.
Handler, tally-ho!
I'm judging these dogs on their drive to chase it around the course and to complete the course without interruption. And that's what I'm judging in coursing aptitude. When I'm judging the sight hounds, I'm judging their agility, I'm judging their follow, you know, how well they visually keep with the lure. I'm judging them on speed, I'm judging them on endurance. Each breed is bred to hunt, each of the sight hound breeds is bred to hunt a little differently. So you kind of have to study each breed and their hunting styles so that you fully understand if that dog is working the way it's bred to work.
Precision coursing is a type of lure coursing sport where the dogs are navigating through a series of turns, chasing after a flag or a lure, and they're going from point A to point B, so it's timed. They break the timers at the start and the end. So there's actually a whole series of levels, starting with novice, moving through advanced, superior, master, and all the way to the elite level. That's at the standard classes. There's also a dash, which is a straight line test that is on flat ground. We like to say that the novice level of precision coursing is more or less an instinct-based test. So we try to make novice very accessible. Precision coursing is fully fenced in, so it's fairly friendly to beginners and dogs that haven't done a performance sport before. The first time you do it, handlers at the novice level can go on course with your dog. You can't drag your dog through the course, but you can go with them, encourage them, and help build their confidence. Then once you move up to advanced, your dog should get the whole game by then, and then they navigate the course on their own. judging in precision coursing is basically all the things that could potentially throw a dog off course. So if they accidentally come off course, they don't break the start or the end timer, maybe they come through the middle when they're not supposed to. The judging gets far more complicated at the elite level, where the dogs have to navigate around the barrier and they can't cut across the middle. At the novice level, the dog can't cut through the middle. There's the fence guiding them. So as a judge, I believe that in the novice and advanced, the entry levels, it's more your job to help get the handler and the dog prepared for what they're going to do. So you tell them how to set up. The dog's front feet must be in the start box, which is clearly marked. The leash has to be completely clear of the box. And then the judge is also predominantly checking out for safety. So if the handler's stepping on the line or if the leash is dangling, the judge has to clear all of that out of the way. The judge will ask the handler, "Are you ready?" Handler says ready when they are. Then they're gonna check in with the lure operator. So they're gonna say, "Get set." Lure operator's gonna give them a thumbs up, and then they'll say, "Tally ho." After the judge says tally ho, the handler may release the dog. Then the dog chases after that bunny. Tally ho! At the finish, of course, the handler catches that dog. And the other best thing about precision coursing is they get 2 attempts per leg. So when you come in for a sprint, you get set up in that start box and you take off. If something happens and you don't qualify, maybe you go over the time allowed for your level, you get to then turn around and go in the opposite direction for a second attempt at that leg. So just in case, you get a second try, and then of course you can get up to 2 qualifying legs per day. With precision coursing, it is navigating a series of turns on a compact course. We set it up so that it could be set in any standard size agility ring, so about 100 by 100. So if you've got a dog, let's talk for a second. If you've got a dog that knows lure coursing, they do the ability tests maybe, those big old courses, right? It's up to the handler to come out here and have a look at it. This is different. We're not going for top speed flat out. Precision coursing is truly the dog being able to navigate and seeing the lure turn and adjusting themselves. So your dog isn't going to run as fast as they would necessarily on that big old open ability test course. It's a little bit different of a game here. We do have handlers with very fast dogs, sometimes even sight hounds, that elect to either start their dog here as an intro, get them interested in the bunny, maybe they're seeing it for the first time, as a preparation for some of the bigger courses. But for all breeds, including the breeds that are a little bit smaller, the precision coursing courses are usually about 200 feet in total length end to end. So it's a little bit shorter of a run, and therefore the dogs aren't getting quite as tired per run, which is why we do let them get those 2 legs per day.
A sport that had been developed by originally with sled dogs and doing competitions for sled dogs. And it's a sport of a union between you and your dog. And it's a sport of stamina and communication. To start training, the first thing you have to do is get the dog used to a harness. And harnesses are generally custom made for your dog. After that, then they learn to start with a little bit of weight, and you gradually add weight. And it's a sport about control. You want to teach your dog to step 1 foot at a time. It's not about jumping. It's not about slamming into the harness. It's about control, and it's pretty. You want them to pull their shoulders up into the harness and put their head down, and it's very pretty. Absolutely, all dogs can do this. In our area, we have 6-pound poodles that pull. We have a maximum amount of weight that we're allowed to pull, and these dogs pull what we call max weight every single time that they pull. It's pretty neat to see a little 6-pound dog with 6 blocks on a little cart pulling down the track. And then we have, of course, the 100 100-pound plus dogs too, which that's really impressive to the crowd because the weight is stacked really high on the cart, and you see this 100-pound dog pulling 3,000 pounds, and that's a very pretty thing to see. We have 3 different types of surfaces that we pull on. We have a wheeled cart system, which is what you're seeing here, and we can pull on an artificial or a natural track, which a natural track would be dirt, and that's a wheeled with the pneumatic tires. And then we have a rail system, which is set up like a railroad system with the V, and dogs can generally pull a lot of weight on a rail system. And that's the most impressive to see because the dogs really can get a lot of weight pulled on that. And then we have snow. So the dogs pull on a sled. Snow pulls are kind of few and far between because most areas don't have snow available. You can get championship titles and you can get surface titles. Championship titles, it's a cumulative of all the different surfaces. Surface titles, you have to have so many points on each different surface to get the higher levels. And right now, Elite is the championship that's the highest. Highest title for surface titles is the Ultimate. That's where you have 100 points in wheels, natural, wheels, artificial, and rails. And we don't have any dogs right now that have an ultimate title. I'm trying. We're gonna have 2 snowfalls this winter.
I'm a busy girl with a lot of stuff going on. I've got dogs, I've got leashes, I've got keys, I've got sunglasses, I've got a 1-year-old baby. So the fact that I can have the remote not on me, in my hand, where I have to get to it really quickly, go for it, fish it out of a pocket, it's around my neck or holstered or whatever, but it's almost like built into my hand. It's amazing. Because I feel like Spider-Man, I just do this, rather than going to get something. And so that makes it easy for me. What makes it easy for the dog is that I don't want the dogs to ever see the tool and be like, oh, it's the tool doing the work. I want the dogs to feel that it's complementing what I'm asking of them. They're not a TV. We don't point the remote at them and change the channel. If one day they see the remote and the next day they don't, they're gonna know that something's missing. But if they never really saw the remote, they were never distracted by the remote, when it disappears, it's no surprise to them because it was never really there.
UKC celebrates 125 years in 2023. For a limited time, honor the history and legacy of your dog's line with the all-new 3-generation Heritage Display Pedigree. The Heritage Display Pedigree pays homage to UKC pedigrees of old with elegant modern touches. These pedigrees are meant to be framed, cherished, and passed down from generation to generation. Whether you have a highly recognized dog or simply want to pay tribute to that special dog from years ago, the Heritage Display Pedigree helps celebrate and recognize those who left their mark. My hope is that my kids and future grandkids have this pedigree tucked away somewhere long after I'm gone. Get your Heritage Display Pedigree at shop.ukcdogs.com.
They're partners, ready to do whatever it takes. Athletes that pound for pound can outrun, outwork, and outperform anybody you're watching on Sunday. No contract required. You don't waste that kind of potential. You train it, fuel it, unleash it. You feed nutrition that holds nothing back. The Eukanuba Premium Performance Lineup.
Do you love dog shows but dread the paperwork? Introducing UKC's online event entry service. Offer your exhibitors the ease of entering your club events right from the UKC event calendar, making entering your show and paying by card a breeze. Gone are the days of managing bookkeeping for each pre-entry transaction. With the UKC online event entry service, UKC will handle the pre-entries and send your club the collected entry fees and list of entered dogs 15 days before your event, allowing you the time to focus on other event details. Free for clubs, easy for exhibitors. Head to the UKC News section of ukcdogs.com to learn more and streamline your next event. UKC Online Event Entry Service for dogs that do more.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a thrilling United Kennel Club Top 10 Finals, showcasing the finest canines in the world of dog shows. Today, we bring you an exhilarating spectacle featuring the top 10 remarkable UKC show dogs in conformation. Prepare to be mesmerized by the elegance, athleticism, and sheer beauty of these magnificent creatures as they vie for top honors. The United Kennel Club, renowned for its commitment to excellence in the world of dog shows, has gathered an extraordinary lineup of dogs, each embodying the epitome of breed standards and exceptional talent. From regal guardian dogs to nimble herding dogs, from majestic northern breeds to adorable companion dogs, this show promises a breathtaking display of canine diversity. Today, the ring becomes the stage and the dogs become the stars, showcasing their impeccable manners, graceful movements, and sheer presence. Judges renowned for their discerning eye and deep knowledge of breed standards will scrutinize each competitor, evaluating their conformation, temperament, and overall presentation. As we dive into this thrilling show, prepare to witness the bond between humans and their faithful companions, where trust, dedication, and mutual admiration are key. The United Kennel Club Top 10 Finals celebrates the unique partnership between a man and dog, a testament to the extraordinary connection that has spanned centuries. So whether you're a seasoned dog enthusiast, a casual viewer, or someone who simply appreciates the beauty and grace of these incredible creatures, Top 10 is sure to captivate your heart and leave you in awe. Get ready to be enthralled by the power, agility, and sheer elegance of the United Kennel Club canines. So sit back, relax, and join us as we embark on this unforgettable journey into the world of the United Kennel Club Top 10 Finals.
It is great to be back here again, Megan. I've been looking forward to this show once again since early this summer. I've been hoping to see some more rare and unusual breeds, and I even saw the bucket list dog that I've been hoping to see at this show this year.
Sounds like it's already been a great day for you, and premiere has just started. But before we kick off tonight's festivities, I would like to take the time to thank our partners who helped make Premier Nationals possible. Starting off with Dogtra, who is our official GPS collar partner of UKC, as well as Eukanuba, which is the performance dog nutrition partner of UKC. Eukanuba is actually here on site today promoting their professional feeding program, so make sure if you're in town to head on over to learn about that because it's exclusive to UKC exhibitors only. To kick off Top 10, to kind of give you a little backstory, Top 10 is a year-long competition where dogs earn points in the conformation ring throughout local shows, and they get invited to compete today. So dogs can earn points by defeating dogs within their breed or taking group placements over other dogs. At the end of the year, we publish a list of all of the top 10, and it is remarkable to be on that list, so I commend, and I would ask you guys to give a round of applause to all the dogs that competed today. Talking about this year's finalists, we had 432 dogs representing a total of 139 breeds. And those dogs started off this morning in the breed ring, then went into a semifinals round that was in a randomly selected group. And from those groups, we had 4 dogs advance, which will make up our top 20 for this evening. So why don't we take a peek and introduce our first couple.
First up in the ring, we have Akita, number 1035. Next up is Alaskan Malamute, number 949. Next up, we have American Bully, number 218. Give him a second. Oh. Next up is Australian Cattle Dog, number 112. Then we have our Australian Shepherd, 649. Followed by the Bernese Mountain Dog, number 1173. And the Border Collie, number 1237. The Brussels Griffon, number 823. Chinese Shar-Pei, number 296. Giant Schnauzer, number 1141. Golden Retriever, number 526. Icelandic Sheepdog, 381. The Quezon, number 470. The multicolored Standard Poodle, number 814. Nova Scotia Duck-Tolling Retriever, number 172. The Poodle, number 1384. Redbone Coonhound, 1234. Schipperke, number 1170. Smooth Fox Terrier, number 483. And our Thai Ridgeback, number 1104. Judging tonight's top 10 finals, we have judges Stanley Matsumoto, Judge Catherine Short, and Judge Cariana Glenn. First up in the ring, we have Kalan's High Octane Power, the Akita, number 1035.
My number was right. I thought you read it wrong earlier. Yeah, my number is
218.
825. Yeah, Lisa, he got reserved.
Thank you. This is our 3-year-old Akita named Octane, owned by Erica Peters and Catherine Hollengreen. So, Chris, tell us a little bit about the Akita.
The Akita is the largest of the native Japanese Spitz-type dogs. They are named after the Akita Prefecture in northern Japan, and their ancestors were traditionally used as hunters of big game such as deer, wild boar, and the ferocious Yezo bear, which is a subspecies of Eurasian brown bear. During the events of the Second World War, the Akita nearly faced extinction in Japan, but thanks to dedicated breeders and fanciers, they were able to smuggle the dogs out of the countryside, out of the city and into the mountainous countryside. Helen Keller is credited with owning the first Akita in America, but it was the return of American soldiers that brought more examples to the breed. There is a similar breed out there, the Japanese Akita Inu, and while they share a similar ancestry, the two have been declared separate breeds. The Akita that we see here, also known as the American Akita, to distinguish them from the Japanese Akita Inu, is a bigger boned dog, heavier, with a more bear-like face, and they come in a wide range of colors, including solid, the tiger stripe brindle, and pinto, which is white with sharply defined patches. While they are somewhat aloof towards strangers, the Akita is renowned for his great loyalty and devotion toward his owner. The most famous example of the breed is the faithful Hachiko from Japan, who waited for his unfortunate deceased owner for 10 years outside of the Shibuya train station in Japan. Outside the station now, there is the famous statue of him, which is now a famous landmark in Japan for both tourists and dog lovers alike.
When we asked Erica and Catherine about Octane, they said that he doesn't recognize that he's an Akita, and he's the rare type that actually like people. And sleeping upside down is one of his favorite activities.
Beautiful example of this Akita here with his good stride and movement. Beautiful stack right there.
Oh, hang on just a second. Oh, hang on. Good. Do your scores.
The judges are going to go make their tally. It is a 3-judge panel tonight. So I'd like to give a little shout out to Miss Ann Sally, who is the All-Breed Sports Program Manager, who has been leading this ring. So if we could give her a quick round of applause. She's going to bring all of our folks in. So Chris, you said that you saw a bucket list dog earlier today. What dog was that?
That bucket list dog was actually another Japanese breed, the Tosa Inu, or Japanese Mastiff.
Next up in the ring, we have champion Iris in search of the leprechaun, the Alaskan Malamute.
And now entering the ring is our Alaskan Malamute.
This is a 21-month-old Iris owned by Darren Fulgram and Colleen Locke, who this weekend is actually entered in conformation, nose work, and precision coursing. So she is a busy dog this weekend. So when I asked Colleen a little bit about Iris, she said that she loves to jump up for hugs. So she's one of the very friendly type, but she's also very vocal, which I think we just saw, and a little bit sassy, which I think gives a dog great personality.
That is true. Alaskan Malamutes can be vocal. They are known to be more of a howler than a barker, though they can do both. The Alaskan Malamute is one of the few indigenous dog breeds native to North America, and they're named after the Malamute First Nation in northern Alaska, where they were traditionally used as a draft dog. They're often confused with the Siberian Husky, but the Malamute is the largest and strongest of the sled dog breeds, whereas the Siberian Husky is the smallest and fastest of the sled dogs. Malamutes were among the favorite dogs of choice used during the Gold Rush years in Alaska and led polar expeditions to both the North and the South Pole. And fun fact, an Alaskan Malamute named Indiana was George Lucas's dog. Indiana was said to have been the inspiration for Han Solo's co-pilot Chewbacca, and even lent her name to the famous fictional archaeologist Indiana Jones. Malamutes today continue to show off their strength and power in sled dog events as well as weight pull competition, and make great companions for active owners that are not bothered by the cold. Oh, and in 2010, they became the official state dog of their native Alaska.
Alaskan Malamutes come in multiple coat types, is that correct?
That is true. They come in various different colors. They come in various shades of gray. They can be also charcoal black as well as red. The only solid color they come in is white, but the most common colors I see in the breed are the shades of gray and charcoal black. In fact, the mascot for the University of Washington, the UW Huskies, is a black and white Malamute named Dubs. Very nice there.
Just trying hard not to be vocal. You could just tell.
Yeah.
Yes, there's lots of them. Perfect. Thank you.
I didn't ask them. Yeah. Yeah.
I just take off when you start talking.
And entering the
Next
ring
up
now
in
is
the
our
ring, we
American
have
Bully.
Watson's Naushit Sherlock, the American Bully.
Big round of applause for this dog, wouldn't you say, Megan?
I would. So this is Mr. Watson. Watson is 5 years old, owned by Jonathan Foster, Sandra Pearson, and Aaron Pellin. Watson is doing a slew of things this weekend. He's in conformation, lure coursing, weight pull, dash, and precision coursing. So it kind of sounds like this is a dog who likes to run a little bit.
Oh yeah, I saw him out on the precision coursing field earlier today. This is a relatively new breed in the world of purebred dogs. The American Bully was developed in the United States as an extension of the American Pit Bull Terrier in the 1980s. The goal was to create a dog that still had the traits that people desired from the American Bully, but also with a friendly temperament around people and other dogs. So they used American Pit Bull Terrier as well as Old English Bulldog and a few other breeds to produce a dog that was mainly bred as a companion. They quickly surged in popularity in the 1990s and eventually achieved UKC registration in 2013, so they are one of the newer breeds in the United Kennel Club. And despite their similarities to the American Pit Bull Terrier, they're not a member of the Terrier group, but are actually a member of the Companion group. And I'd have to say, along with the American Pit Bull Terrier, the Silken Windhound, Alaskan Klekai, and the American Eskimo dogs, I see some pretty big entries of this breed out here, wouldn't you say?
For sure, yeah.
Despite their tough guy looks, the American Bully is known as a sweet and affectionate, fun-loving companion. They get along well with other dogs and have a deep fondness for children.
Just looks like the happiest camper. When I asked Jonathan a little bit about Watson, he said he likes to go woo, woo, woo when he's happy. And he's actually the most titled bully alive. He's perfectly happy either taking a nap or doing any event or hiking. And he has more titles on him than the town that he was actually named after.
That's quite the resume for this dog.
Yeah. So either that says a lot about Watson or that says not a lot about the town that he was named after, the population.
beautiful example of this American bully.
We're going to tabulate and then they'll call us.
Left.
Next in the ring, we have Race A, Nosework Grand Champion, EHG URO1, Emerald Grand Champion, Cocopelli's Pardon My French Spot, the Australian Cattle Dog.
And now we have here our Australian Cattle Dog. What can you tell us about her, Megan?
This is Effin. Effin is 2.5 years old, owned by Linda Ambrose and Heather Warren. And it looks like she is a big fan of nose work. She competed in the Nosework Hall of Fame earlier today. She's also in handler discrimination, is doing a little bit of rally and a little bit of precision coursing on top of conformation. So she is a busy pup this weekend, I would definitely say that.
That's amazing. They are a pretty active breed. The Australian Cattle Dog was developed in Queensland, Australia during the 1800s when farmers needed a dog that was capable of coping with the hot climate of Australia as well as controlling the semi-wild cattle in the region. So they crossed Scottish working collies as well as the extinct Hall's Heeler, the Dalmatian, Bull Terrier, and Australia's native wild dog, the dingo, result in this medium-sized athletic herding dog that is capable of staring down stubborn cattle and being a silent worker while doing it, but at the same time being loyal to humans and friendly with horses. They also go by the other names of red or blue heeler. Yet when they're born, just like Dalmatians, they're born white and will develop their iconic red or blue coloring as they mature. There are two famous examples of the breed that actually share the same name, Bluey, from the beloved children's animated TV series, and the dog that holds the Guinness World Record for oldest living dog was an Australian cattle dog named Bluey, who lived to be 31.5 years old.
Holy cow.
These dogs continue to excel on farms and ranches across the country. I've heard stories of farmers and ranchers being saved by their dogs from stubborn or unruly cattle that pose a threat to the farmer. And now and then I still see quite a few of them working on farms and ranches, but they also do well in obedience, agility, and other competitive sports.
That's fun. You ready, bud? There's nothing on the ground. Nothing on the ground.
Now, here's an interesting bit for you, Megan. If you see an Australian cattle dog that is leaner in build with a natural bobtail, it's not an Australian cattle dog, it's its cousin, the Australian stumpy-tailed cattle dog. There we go, very nice.
So as Effin leaves the ring, I got a little more information on her. She is actually the youngest dog to earn the Elite Nosework title in UKC history, so that's pretty exciting. And she has, stacked up of roughly 70 titles, but they said that her favorite job is telling sheep what to do.
Nice.
Next in the ring, we have EI, Excellent HG Supreme, Rat Champion, Emerald Grand Champion, EC MHG MN, Shalico's New World Man, Spot On, the Australian Shepherd.
Now, what can you tell us about this Australian Shepherd, Megan?
So this is 5-year-old Getty, who's owned by Barbara Weiner and Mike Arnett, pardon me. And this weekend she is entered in conformation and nose work.
Nice. Now, despite the name, the Australian Shepherd did not originate in Australia, but they are in fact a true American breed. They are believed to be descended from the Basque Shepherd dog of Spain, the smooth-faced Pyrenean Shepherd from France, as well as Blue Merle Italian herding dogs that were brought to America by way of Australia with boatloads of Australian sheep. Once in the U.S., they were further crossed with other breeds, perhaps including dogs similar to the English Shepherd, resulting in the Australian Shepherd we know today. They gained popularity in America as rodeo trick dogs, performing alongside the rodeo clowns, as well as controlling the stubborn rodeo bulls. They also gained popularity in some of the old Walt Disney classic films, such as Ida the Offbeat Eagle, Run Appaloosa Run, and Stubb, Best Cowdog in the West. Along with Border Collies, Kelpies, and Australian Cow Dogs, the Australian Shepherd is still among the favorite dogs of choice for farmers and ranchers across the country. But thanks to their intelligence and athleticism, this breed has also done well as a search and rescue, therapy dog, service dog. There have even been some that have been successful guide dogs as well.
It seems like this is a dog that can kind of do everything, right?
Very versatile, very intelligent, very athletic. Great dog for an active owner or family, but like other herding breeds, they require a job or activity to channel their herding instincts. Beautiful free stack there.
All right, so we were talking about all the great things that Australian Shepherds like to do. When we asked a little bit more about Getty, his favorite thing is to do all the stuff every day. So he sounds like a total dog through and through, trying to do as much as he can every single day, which I think is great.
Very active dog there.
I mean, he's probably been going since, 8 o'clock this morning, and he didn't look tired to me.
Next up in the ring, we have Diamond Grand Champion Thalassa's Long Island Flavor Spot, the Bernese Mountain Dog.
Now here we have a beautiful example of the Bernese Mountain Dog. What can you tell us about this dog, Megan?
So this is Barton. He is 6 years old, and he is owned by Alex Kunkel.
Of the 4 Swiss Mountain Dogs, this is perhaps the most popular, of the Swiss Mountain Dog breeds, and is the only one out of the 4, the other 3 including the Entelbucher Mountain Dog, the Appenzeller Sennenhund, and the Greater Swiss Mountain Dog. The Bernese Mountain Dog, or Berner as he's affectionately known, is the only one that sports a long-haired coat. They get their name from the Bern Canton region of Switzerland, where they were traditionally used as draft dogs. They would pull carts, herd livestock, and act as watchdogs. With the event of the Industrial Revolution and the result of automobiles and new methods of transportation, this breed almost became extinct. But thanks to the efforts of Professor Albert Heim, who is a great admirer of all the Swiss Mountain Dog breeds, the Bernese Mountain Dog and the others were saved from the brink of extinction. And today, Berners are among the most popular of the working breeds thanks to their gentle, friendly nature and willingness to please and desire to work. They can be great family dogs. They love children. They get along well with other animals. And they also make great farm dogs too, helping out with farm work and chores. This is a breed that is close to my heart for a good friend of mine and co-worker at the pet supply shop I worked at. Had a Berner that actually lived a pretty long lifestyle. He lived into his teens.
Wow. When you said that they have a great demeanor, I don't think this dog's tail has stopped wagging since it walked
Constantly
into the
wagging.
ring.
Always friendly, always, always eager to please. The burly Berner is how they're often described. Yep, you're right. His tail has not stopped wagging.
But I think that is a testament to how much he's actually enjoying being out here. Barton is a kind of dog, when we asked a little bit about him and kind of what makes your dog unique, he's the kind of dog who likes to sit with his front feet crossed, so he's kind of the proper dog too.
Funny you should mention that. The white markings on the chest resemble a cross like that on the Swiss flag.
Up next, we have Champion America's Best Top Gunner, the Border Collie.
Okay, Megan, what can you tell us about this beautiful Border Collie here?
So this is Gunner. Gunner is 2 years old, and he is owned by Kelly and Eric Best.
The Border Collies get their name from the border region of Scotland and England, where they've been used for centuries as herders of sheep and cattle on the border regions of England and Scotland, and are considered by many to be the world's premier sheep herding dog. Their skills at controlling flocks of sheep and herds of cattle are legendary, with their intense, hard stare that many other herding breeds such as Kelpies use, known as the eye, and they will also do a stalking motion toward the herd or flock like the dog's wild ancestor, the wolf. Because of their intelligence and athleticism, the Border Collie is the favorite dog of choice in many competitive sporting events such as obedience, agility, fly ball, dock diving, and disc dog competitions. So we've seen plenty of Border Collies out here today with many of the sporting events out here, but they also continue to excel on farms and ranches across the world. I've seen footage of these dogs in New Zealand and Australia and in the British Isles continuing to work as livestock herders, but they also make great companions for active owners if you can provide them with plenty of exercise and physical and mental stimulation to channel that herding instinct. Once done so, they make great active companions.
You know how to do this? You know how to do this?
Very nice free stack there.
Super focused, you can tell.
The Border Collie is actually arguably the world's most intelligent dog breed.
that doesn't even surprise me, because when we learn a little bit more about Gunner is actually a therapy dog who also is an elite trick dog performer who enjoys duck jiving, frisbee, and coursing. So
Nice.
he kind of is a dog who does it all, is what it sounds like.
Very active dog there.
When he was gating, it's just kind of like he was gliding across the ring, which is absolutely beautiful.
Next up in the ring, we have Grand Champion Karma's Huntwood Ring of Fire, the Brussels Griffon.
Now we have one of our smallest dogs in the ring, the Brussels Griffon. What can you tell us about this little dog, Megan?
So this is Cash, who is 3 years old, owned by Karen and Mark Yeager.
The Brussels Griffon is one of the few dog breeds originating from Belgium, and they take their name after the town of Brussels, Belgium, where they were believed to be the result of crossing small pinscher-type dogs with perhaps the Affenpinscher and the Pug, resulting in a small toy breed that comes in 2 coat varieties. They can be a rough coat similar to that of the Affenpinscher or some terriers, and a short smooth coat similar to that of the Pug. They can be various shades of red, black and tan, or solid black in color. Traditionally, these dogs were used in Belgium as mousers and ratters, but eventually quickly gained popularity as companion dogs and as show dogs. But many dog fanciers are now more familiar with the breed, for this is the dog that is featured in the film As Good as It Gets. And even though that they are a toy breed, you still see them show off their hunting instincts for ratting and in barn hunt events, but they also do well in active sports like obedience, agility, and coursing events as well. Their small size makes them ideally suitable for living in the city, so good size house dog for an apartment or a condo, so long as they have their regular exercise. The rough coat may require a little more grooming than the smooth coat, but all in all, they are a fun-loving and active little companion dog. You can see the alert expression on this little dog as he's focused on his owner there, can't you?
Absolutely. He might be looking for that bait.
Mm-hmm. What else can you tell about this little dog, Megan?
Yeah, so Cash was a singleton pup who was born during COVID. And when talking to Mark, he said that his eyes were open at 1 week and he was walking 3 days later. So he is a pretty advanced dog.
That is amazing.
Yeah. And when they travel to dog shows, so he's been doing it since he was young, he likes to sleep in their bed. So maybe he's not a crate dog, he's more of a cuddler.
Yeah, that is true with a lot of the toy breeds. Now entering the ring is our Chinese Shar-Pei.
Next up we have VPA AP URO2 United Weight Pull Champion, Diamond Grand Champion, Magic's Red Fire, Son of a Preacher Man, spot on, the Chinese Shar-Pei.
Had quite a roar here from Mr. Odie, who is 6 years and 11 months, not 7 yet, not a veteran, owned by Anita Caravan Neath.
This is a beautiful Chinese Shar-Pei here. They are considered one of the oldest of China's dog breeds. dating back to the Han Dynasty, where they were traditionally used as multi-purpose working dogs. They would guard property, they were hunting dogs, and at one time fighting dogs. The name Shar-Pei translates to sandpaper-like skin or sandpaper-like coat due to the rough texture of that short-haired coat. This breed is also known for several other characteristics, including their hippopotamus-like muzzle, the loose, wrinkly skin, and are one of the few dog breeds in the world that are known to have a blue-black tongue, which, according to Chinese legend, was said to ward off spirits. At one time, due to Chinese communism, the Chinese Shar-Pei nearly went extinct and was even recorded in the Guinness Book of World Records as one of the world's rarest dog breeds, a title that was also shared by the Chinook, the state dog of New Hampshire, and the now extinct Talton Bear Dog of British Columbia, Canada. But thanks to an article on rare dog breeds in Time magazine, renewed interest sparked in the breed in America, and thanks to dedicated breeders and fanciers, the Shar-Pei was saved from the brink of extinction and is now one of the more popular breeds in the northern group. They're known to be very affectionate with their owners, a good companion dog, not too large, but not too small, so they can be a good choice for living in the city. They do require some grooming to keep their coat healthy, and they can excel in various sports such as obedience and agility. And with proper socialization, they could be a great companion dog, but they still can know when visitors or intruders are coming, so they will alert their owner. All in all, a good companion dog.
Sounds like Odie is not only a good companion dog, he's also good with the 3 cats that he lives with. And a little bit about Odie, his favorite foods are actually French fries, ice cream, and pizza, which Odie, I can relate.
I can relate with that too. French fries are my dog Bindy's favorite treat as well.
Oh, well, you're seeing this sitting here. Odie was in the Allstars Rally Obedience earlier today, so maybe he's still on the mind.
And now we will see him doing his stride down and back for the judges. Very nice free stack there.
So she wrote on here that the curl on the end of his ears is natural. Is that uncommon for Chinese Shar-Peis to have?
No, it is a trait that we see quite often in this breed.
Next up, we have Racing Dash UR01, Diamond Grand Champion. Surefoot's his style and Rohan, spot on. The Giant Schnauzer.
Listen to that crowd for the Giant Schnauzer coming in.
Might I say it's a giant roar for a giant schnauzer? This is Rohan, who's 4 years old, owned by Brian Reglin, Mara Hayes, and Matthew Baker. He is entered in confirmation this week as well as Dash.
Nice. The Giant Schnauzer is the largest of the three breeds that have Schnauzer in the name, but despite the three sizes, they are not varieties of the same breed, but are three separate breeds entirely. The Giant Schnauzer was the result of crossing larger forms of the Standard Schnauzer with other breeds, perhaps including the Great Dane, and were traditionally once used as drovers' dogs driving cattle. They were also used for police and military work during both the World Wars, and even today are still favored as military working dogs, for it is the favorite of the U.S. Air Force as a working breed. They come in either solid black, as seen here, or salt and pepper in color. This is an active breed that continues to excel in various sports such as dock diving, coursing, obedience, and will also show off their guardian instincts in protection sports such as Schutzhund. And they also continue to excel as fierce competitors in the show ring.
This is actually Brian's first show dog ever, and you wouldn't even know. Look at him out there as a pro.
Nice, very nice. Interesting fact here, Megan, the Giant Schnauzer and the Standard Schnauzer compete in the Guardian group, whereas the Miniature Schnauzer, the smallest and most popular of the three Schnauzers, is a member of the Terrier group. Now we'll see his stride.
Rohan looks like a natural out there.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Very amazing there, yes. So what else can you tell us about this Giant Schnauzer, Megan?
Yeah, so Rohan, when you asked about him, he says he has a lot of personality. He loves attention, but really likes hiking and fetching and being outside. But his favorite food, like the ultimate drive for this dog, is going to be popcorn.
Haha. Now entering the ring is one of the world's most
next
popular
up we
and
have
beloved dogs,
URO1
Golden
Grand
Retriever.
Champion Mardover's Aquafoliace AE, the Golden Retriever.
Picatis, Piarta. Rep.
Piarta. Okay, this beautiful golden is Isla. She's 3 years old, and she's owned by Kimberly and Diane Horwitz.
And this is a beautiful Golden Retriever here, Megan. One of the world's most popular and easily recognizable dogs, yet a lot of people think Goldens come from England. They're actually Scottish in origin. They were developed at the Gosagun estate by Sir Dudley Marjoribanks, or Lord Tweedmouth, who wanted a dog that was capable of hunting in various terrain as well as retrieving from land or water, and had a weather-resistant coat. So he crossed a yellow flat-coated retriever with the now extinct Tweed Water Spaniel. It's also believed that the Labrador Retriever, the Bloodhound, and the Irish Setter may have contributed to developing the breed. The end result produced a medium to large sized dog with a soft mouth capable of retrieving game birds undamaged, webbed feet, and a weather-resistant, waterproof coat that comes in various lustrous shades of gold, from creamy white to golden yellow, as seen here, and copper red. Because of their intelligence, versatility, and willingness to please, Goldens continue to not only excel as versatile hunting dogs in the field, but they also do well as service dogs for the disabled, guide dog for the blind, therapy dogs at hospitals and nursing homes, and above all, beloved family pets. And they also excel in various sports such as field trial events, dock diving, obedience, and rally events. And they still currently rank among America's top 10 most popular dog breeds. She seems very happy to be here. Wouldn't you say, Megan?
I agree. Yeah, I feel like Goldens across the board are just, happy campers.
Mm-hmm. Always willing to please.
All right, so a little bit about Isla. Isla pretends that she's a herding dog and tries to keep her goats in line, as well as she'll just eat anything. Seems like she is the doggy definition of a vacuum. She'll look at it without even, batting an eye.
She must have learned that herding skill from a four-legged mentor of hers on her property. He did do that.
Next in the ring, we have champion Piccati's Harta Refna, the Icelandic sheepdog. I just wanted to double check his name too.
This is a breed that is very close to my heart. What can you tell us about this beautiful Icelandic sheepdog here, Megan?
So this is Refna. She's 3 years old and owned by Kayla Stilger.
Icelandic sheepdogs are among the oldest, one of the world's oldest breeds, with records going as far back as 700 BC, when they arrived in Iceland from the mainland Europe in longboats with the Vikings, and were used as a multi-purpose working dog on farms in Iceland. But their main function was that of a herder of livestock, including sheep, goats, and even Icelandic horses. They would also act as a watchdog, alerting the arrival of visitors on the farm. And when they were out caring for the sheep, they'd also protect the young lambs against golden eagles out there, since there are no natural land predators in Iceland. But at one time, the breed was near the edge of extinction, but thanks to fancier Mark Watson, the breed was saved from the brink of extinction. And today, the Icelandic sheepdog continues to excel herding livestock not only in his native Iceland, but also here in the United States. They're known for their charming, affectionate nature and will give visitors an enthusiastic vocal greeting upon arrival. This fun-loving breed makes a great companion dog for active owners and families. And as a fancier of Icelandic sheepdogs myself, I love this breed for its affectionate nature, and having shown them many times, they have a special place in my heart. Beautiful Icelandic sheepdog. What else can you tell us about her, Megan?
So this is Kayla and Refna's first UKC Premier, which is super fun and exciting to be all the way here at the top 10 finals, as well as, I just think this is so funny, her favorite activity, aside from showing, obviously, because they all love that, is making sure that their property is free from all flying objects, whether that's birds, airplanes, helicopters, you name it, she's there looking for it.
Very visual watchdog, and congratulations on being here at your first premiere.
Next up, we have URO2 Racing Sapphire Grand Champion Wonder Why K Central Time in a Bottle, the K-Son. Might as well get out of the chair while I start reading her name off.
Oh, I know.
There was one question I had. I don't know what it is, though.
Yeah.
So, Megan, who is this beautiful example of a case hunt here?
This is 7-year-old Monty, owned by Stacy and Jeff Beasley. Looks like he's rip-roaring and ready to go. He is in conformation, nosework, agility, precision coursing, and dash. So this dog, by the time he goes home on Monday or Sunday, he will be a tired dog.
Oh, yeah. The nickname for this breed is affectionately known as the Smiling Dutchman. For, like other Spitz-type dogs, they're known for that iconic Spitz smile. And they are also the national dog of Holland. They've also been known as the Wolf Spitz because of that distinctive tricolored coat consisting of gray, cream, and black, and were traditionally used as watchdogs on canal barges on the Rhine, alluring their owners to any approaching visitor. The case hunt today is still a affectionate, alert watchdog, but also a great companion for country, city, or suburban households, so long as they have regular exercise and grooming needs. And among the famous owners who have owned a case hunt was Walt Disney. Case hunts today are also active enough to compete in various sporting events, whether it be conformation, obedience, agility, or any other sport. And they're also great family dogs. They have a love for children. And I've even known 3 that came from 3 separate owners with the same name, Scruffy, though they're more fluff than scruff.
I love him.
You gotta wonder how long it took her to make Monty look that perfect. Like how long grooming and bathing and blowing him out and all that jazz to make him look, show ready like that.
With thick-coated breeds like the northern breeds, such as the case hunt, it can take quite a long time to get that coat very profuse and beautiful like this. And there he is, showing off that iconic smile. What else can you tell us about him?
So Monty actually competed in Total Dog Invitational last December, and she said that he's a super, versatile dog. And when I was there, in December, I can definitely attest. Monty tried just about everything with that smile on his face, including he is the dog for the junior handler Brianna, his 4-year-old sister.
Oh, nice.
That would be in there when you put them.
We got a while. You got a lot of titles, so take 10. Okay. All right, next up we have BN Ratton, NI-NC PNCA Racing URO2 Diamond Grand Champion, Cosmic Caliber's River Vixen Spot On, the multicolored standard poodle.
Sounds like we had lots of love in the house here for Veronica, who is a 5-year-old multicolored standard poodle, owned and her first bred by Jordan Burns.
Nice. Poodles are considered to be one of the world's oldest working breeds, for they were been documented for hundreds of years on coins, tapestries, and woodcuts. But the breed itself, many people think of it as a fancy show dog, but in reality, poodles were actually water retrievers. The name poodle comes from an old German word for puddle or splash. And the distinctive clips that we see in the breed, whether they be regularly brushed, combed and trimmed, or corded, are said to make the breed fast and buoyant while swimming, while keeping the joints and vital organs warm in cold water, for they were year-round water retrievers. And I heard it said, according to legend, the puff on the end of the tail is said to be the French jab at the British lion. Although they are German by origin, it was the French that adopted the poodle as the national dog over there. The multicoloration we see in poodles consists of 2 or more colors instead of the solid colors that we see in other poodles. Multicoloration can include party color, such as white with black patches, or apricot or brown patches. Phantom, as we see here, such as black and tan, or sable, as well, and even brindle in color. They share the same breed standard as the poodles, with the only difference being the coat color. Poodles are renowned for their intelligence, willingness to please, and versatility. They continue to show off their retrieving instincts in dock diving events, as well as field trial events and obedience. But they also show off their athleticism in agility, coursing, flyball, and other competitive sporting events. And thanks to that non-shedding coat of hair, not fur, they make a great choice for families with fussy housekeepers or people with allergies. Very happy to be in the ring, isn't he? So what else can you tell us about this multicolored poodle, Megan?
So when you ask Jordan about Veronica, she says that she is her perfect poodle. She excels in everything she does. She has a phenomenal personality. She's really versatile. And most importantly, she's a little sassy.
Oh, yeah?
Mess up. We should be telling me that.
All right, next up we have Dash, United Jumper Champion, Diamond Grand Champion, Because the Saint Come Marching In, Spot, the Nova Scotia Duck Tolling Retriever.
A very beautiful example of the Nova Scotia Duck Tolling Retriever. What can you tell us about this dog, Megan?
So this is 6-year-old Breeze, who's owned by Deborah Ive and Sarah Peak.
Nice. The Nova Scotia Duck Tolling Retriever, or Toller, is in fact the smallest of the 6 retriever breeds, and they hail from Yarmouth County, Nova Scotia, Canada, where they are known affectionately, get this, as the Little River Duck Dog. Their job was to bring ducks to the hunter. They were used as a decoy dog, very similar to their Dutch cousin, the Quaker Hund, Bred to resemble a fox, they would lure ducks to the hunter with their playful antics and wagging tail when the hunter would throw out a ball, a stick, or a pine cone from the duck blind along the shore of a lake, pond, or coastal shoreline, and the birds would fly in and land in the water and come in closer to investigate. When the hunter popped out and took the shot and the bird went down, the dog would drop the play antics and go in the water and retrieve the duck. Today, duck tollers continue to excel as versatile hunting dogs, but because of their intelligence, athleticism, and sharp nose, as well as their small size, they also make great avalanche search and rescue dogs on ski resorts. In fact, back home in my hometown of Enumclaw, we had a Nova Scotia duck tolling retriever worked as an avalanche rescue dog up in Crystal Mountain. This breed continued to show off their intelligence and athleticism not only in field trial events and dock diving, but also in agility, obedience, and other competitive sporting events. They make great companions for active owners that love the outdoors and just an all-around fun-loving active breed.
Pretty sure Breeze is accustomed to this ring. I'm pretty sure a couple years ago he was the total dog winner for Best in Show.
Nice. I think I remember seeing him in the ring for that one.
But he looks like a totally different dog when you get him out near the dock. He's rip-roaring and ready to go.
Oh yeah, and pretty vocal. I remember seeing him earlier today out by the dock diving and wanting to get in there and get that bumper. Very nice.
A very nice time in the ring by Breeze. So when you asked a little bit about Breeze, he is just a dog who loves to be busy and a retriever through and through. He'll bring you anything from the very largest stick down to the tiniest little twig, anything to make you happy. But he just loves to chase that little white bag. So he is in Dash this weekend, so I'm sure he'll be a happy camper both at the dock and at Dash.
Nice. By the end of this weekend, he's going to be one pooped out pooch.
Next up, we have Grand Champion Ramsey's What an Epiphany at KQP, the miniature poodle.
Just had a tremendous round of applause for the miniature poodle coming in. What can you tell us about this dog, Megan?
This is Aha, who is 2 years old, owned by Alexis Skaggs and Bobby Joe Archer, who was entered in confirmation this weekend.
Nice. The miniature poodle shares the same history as that of the standard poodle, while they may share they share the same breed standard, with the only difference being height and weight. And were bred for the same purpose. Miniature poodles were traditionally used as water retrievers, and along with that, they were also at one time used as truffle hunting dogs in both France and Germany. Historically, in the past, both pigs and dogs were traditionally used for hunting truffles, but dogs have been preferred because they would not eat the truffles once found. Miniature poodles are still beloved family companions, and thanks to that non-shedding coat of hair, they make a great choice for allergy sufferers, for it is hair, not fur. Fur grows to a point and then falls out. That's the shedding process that we as dog lovers have to deal with on a regular basis. But for breeds that have hair, such as poodles and Portuguese water dogs, they have to be constantly groomed and clipped in order to maintain their distinctive looks. Poodles are also arguably among the world's most intelligent dog breeds, so they excel in obedience, agility, and other competitive sporting events. We also see their retrieving instincts in obedience and dock diving competitions as well. And recently, a miniature poodle won Best in Show at this year's Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. So we should see quite a tremendous entry of poodles this weekend at this year's Premier Show as well. Now, here's an interesting bit of it, Megan. The miniature and toy poodle are judged as one breed in the companion group, but but they also have the miniature and toy multicolored poodles in the companion group as well. Same with the standard and multicolored poodle in the gun dog group.
So when I asked Alexis a little bit about AHA, one of the fun facts she gave me is that he always loves to tip-tap on his grooming table, which I think we just saw out there when he was getting ready to do that free stack. But he also has quite the personality and loves to just be next to Alexis the whole time. So he yells at her when she's just too far away from him for his liking.
True Velcro dog there.
Next up, we have Grand Champion 4, Diamond Grand Champion, Purple Ribbon, Skyline's Push My Luck, the Redbone Coonhound.
Here is a breed that I'm very fond of. What can you tell us about this beautiful example of the Redbone Coonhound, Megan?
So Miss Beth Jenkins owns 4-year-old Luck, the Redbone Coonhound. He is entered this weekend in confirmation.
The Redbone Coonhound is one of the few dog breeds that is named after their creator, in this case, Peter Redbone of Kentucky. The breed's ancestry stretches back to before the Civil War in the southeastern United States. They are believed to be the result of crossing colonial English foxhounds with packs of red Irish hounds, possibly including the Kerry Beagle, Ireland's native scent hound, resulting in this lean, athletic hunting dog of a striking light to dark mahogany red coat color. And like all coonhounds, they are specialists in hunting not only raccoon, but have also done well hunting other big game such as black bear and mountain lion. We see these dogs compete in various coonhound events such as night hunts and water racing, as well as conformation, but many dog fanciers are now more familiar with the breed, for this is the dog featured in both the novel and film Where the Red Fern Grows. And this is Old Dan and Little Ann's breed. Redbones today continue to excel as versatile hunting dogs in the field, but they've also teamed up with wildlife management officers and wildlife researchers, either tracking problem bears and mountain lions that may wander too close to human settlement, or finding mountain lions in the wilderness to study them for research. Redbone coonhounds, like other scent hounds, enjoy the company of people and other dogs. They are bold, fearless, and aggressive hunters in the field, yet very sociable, very humorous in the home, and deeply bonded with their owners. They are an active breed that may require a little more exercise since they are a true hunting dog, but all in all, great companion in the home and a great hunter in the field. And scent hounds in general are very close to me because not only do I have a beagle, but my grandfather hunted with hounds. So you could say dogs run in my blood. What else can you tell us about this red bone here?
So although his name may be Luck, he certainly doesn't need it in the ring. He actually is a big competitor in our bench show competitions, and he competed in the Coonhound Bench Show in 2023 down in Batesville, Mississippi, and he took the overall win.
Nice.
Luck is actually going to be the first scent hound to make his Diamond Grand Champion, which just shows that this dog in and out of the ring is just doing fantastic. I have seen some of the best coonhounds I've ever laid my eyes on when you go to Autumn Oaks, which is another event that UKC has down in Richmond, Indiana, and those are some the best of the best coonhounds you can possibly get in the Grand Champion class. So I would certainly recommend you come check it out, Chris. As a dog connoisseur, that's the place to be as well.
I will definitely have to make a note of that.
Next up, we have races, Sapphire Grand Champion, Raffiney Armani, the Skipper Key.
A very striking skipper key entering our ring now, and this is one of the few times I've ever seen them when they have the full-length tail. You usually see them with the natural bobtail. Megan, what can you tell us about this beautiful dog here?
So this is 6-year-old Armani, owned by Virginia Larico and Joyce Corso.
Now here's an interesting bit of fact. The name skipper key comes from the word skipper or little captain or captain's dog, for they were traditionally used on barges and boats as ratters and as watchdogs. And despite their similarities to some Spitz or Northern dogs, they are not a member of the Spitz or Nordic dog family, but are actually more closely related to the Belgian sheepdogs, more specifically the Groenendael or Belgian sheepdog. They are usually solid black in color, although in most kennel club registries recognize only solid black in color. But here in the UKC, you could see them in a wide range of colors. In fact, earlier today when I saw them in the breed competition, I saw I believe they call it a apricot color, since it was a light creamy yellow. Skipper Keys are a fun little dog. They make great companions for families with kids. They're also an alert watchdog, so they will alert their owners to any visitors or intruders. And they are an active breed that does well in various competitive sports such as obedience, agility, and conformation. And a skipper key was actually one of the four-legged stars of the Universal Picture family film Two Brothers. It was the little black dog chasing the tiger cubs in that film. They can be a vocal breed, so with proper training, they should know when to and when not to bark. But in general, great family dog, great companion, the Skipper Key. Very nice. You can see that alert expression and focused determination in this dog.
He knows he just hit that. You just know it.
What else can you tell us about him, Megan?
At UKC, we like to promote, dogs that do more. Well, yes, that is doing sports within the ring. It also is, more for the community. So Armani is a therapy dog for a local Parkinson's program to where Virginia is. And he helps the Parkinson's athletes walk a little bit faster and speak a little bit louder. And he's just a friend to all. So we like to commend dogs who are doing more out in the world for us.
That's great. That's a great role for him.
Next up, we have Dash, Racing, Diamond Grand Champion, Spring Hill, A Reason to Smile, the Smooth Fox Terrier.
Well, we just had a big round of applause for our Smooth Fox Terrier just entering the ring. What can you tell us about this very striking Smooth Fox Terrier, Megan?
This is Smiley, a 2-year-old a Smooth Fox Terrier owned by Linda Reese and Jane Nolan.
Such a beautiful dog, this breed. As their name implies, they were traditionally used as a hunter of red fox in their native England. They were tall enough and fast enough to keep up with the horses and hounds on foot, yet still small enough to bolt the red fox from their lairs. Historically, at one time, though, they and the wire fox terrier were once considered varieties of the same breed, and you could find both smooth and wire fox terriers in the same litter. But it was in the 1980s that they officially were declared a distinct separate breed. Before that, still, the Smooth Fox Terrier has been also a fierce competitor in the show ring, and in fact, if you were to look at the records from the Westminster Kennel Club, the Smooth Fox Terrier won Best in Show for the first 4 years since the show officially started at Westminster. Today, they are still fierce competitors in the show ring, but we still see this breed showing off its hunting instincts in earth dog trials and barn hunt events, and because of those long legs and the speed, drive, and gameness and desire to hunt, they also do well in precision coursing events, and other active sporting events. They make great companions for an active owner or family, but like other terrier breeds, this is a dog that you probably wouldn't recommend if you have families with pocket pets such as fancy rats, mice, guinea pigs, or rabbits, unless you put in a tremendous amount of training and socialization. But they can do well with other dogs and even the family cat as well. What would probably be a neighborhood terror to neighborhood cats, and you'd probably see a reduced population of the local squirrel population. There are a couple of famous examples of the breed that I know, including Skip from the novel My Dog Skip, although in the film he was played by a Parson Russell Terrier, and Snitter, the dog from Richard Adams' The Plague Dogs, as well as Nipper, the RCA dog. Very focused there, isn't he?
Seems like he's ready to go. Speed it up.
being very active out there. So what else can you tell us about Smiley here?
So when you ask Linda about Smiley, she says that he is an old soul stuck in a young body. He's just 2 years old, but she says Linda has been in the breed for many years and believes that he is the perfect combination of being the terrier he is and having a perfect personality that just makes her smile every single day.
Nice. And now I believe we have our final dog entering the ring now.
This is Emerald Grand Champion Narva Falca at Tarmental, the Thai Ridgeback.
I'm excited to see this rare breed in the ring. What can you tell us about this beautiful Thai Ridgeback, Megan?
So this is 3-year-old Red, owned by Lisha Trissler and Jillian Casey.
This is perhaps this is not only the rarest breed that we have in the ring, but it is also one of the world's rarest dogs. There are estimated to be around 1,000 Thai Ridgebacks outside of their native Thailand and roughly around 100 in the United States. They're also one of the world's most ancient breeds. There are depictions of dogs resembling the Thai Ridgeback dating back thousands of years in cave paintings in both Thailand and Cambodia. These dogs are believed to be either a close cousin or an ancestor or descendant of the Phu Quoc Ridgeback from Vietnam, or believed to be descended from the same Ridgeback stock from Africa that gave rise to the more familiar Rhodesian Ridgeback of South Africa. Traditionally, these dogs were used in their native Thailand for hunting small to large game, as well as pulling carts and guarding property against both prowler and predator. This is one of the few animals in the world besides a mongoose that I know that can take on a king cobra and win. Thai Ridgebacks are deeply bonded with their owners, but are cautious around unfamiliar people, especially if they're approaching around their property. But in general, they are very devoted to their owners. They show off their hunting instincts in lure coursing, precision coursing, as well as barn hunt, and can be a great companion for an active owner. I once saw footage on Animal Planet's Dogs 101 of a Thai Ridgeback paddleboard surfing in California.
Maybe in those 5 minutes I'll have them.
Okay, I'm gonna need more information on that. How does that work?
The dog would sit out in front on the paddleboard as the owner was paddling on the water, and the dog just absolutely loved it. You can still watch him on Animal Planet's Dogs 101 on their rare breed special. The Thai Ridgeback was one of a handful of rare breeds chosen for that episode.
Okay, I'll just go remind her that.
And an interesting fact, the Thai Ridgeback is one of 3 purebred dogs that has that distinctive ridge of hair growing in the opposite direction from the rest of the coat. The other 2 are the Rhodesian and the Phu Quoc Ridgebacks. What else can you tell us about Red here?
So they say that Red is not only their family dog, she's a super big goofball and a love bug, but she's truly the utilitarian dog that they have. They can hunt her, they can herd her, they can show her. She's a dog that literally does more and does everything.
Quite the resume for this Thai Ridgeback here. It's always exciting to see rare and unusual breeds that we're not too familiar with, but this is the 3rd year I've ever seen Thai Ridgebacks compete here at Premier.
Seems like she appreciated the applause.
Oh yeah, got a big fan club going out there. What else can you tell her?
Chris, that's the end of our top 20. So what we're going to do is we're going to let our UKC team tally up all the scores, and we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll dive into the top junior competition, which you will not want to miss.
All right, we'll see you folks after the break.
Do you love dog shows but dread the paperwork? Introducing UKC's online event entry service. Offer your exhibitors the ease of entering your club events right from the UKC event calendar, making entering your show and paying by card a breeze. Gone are the days of managing bookkeeping for each pre-entry transaction. With the UKC online event entry service, UKC will handle the pre-entries and send your club the collected entry fees and list of entered dogs 15 days before your event, allowing you the time to focus on other event details. Free for clubs, easy for exhibitors. Head to the UKC news section of ukcdogs.com to learn more and streamline your next event. UKC Online Event Entry Service, for dogs that do more.
Your puppy only gets one start to set the foundation for a lifetime of performance at your side. Fuel growth and activity, support digestive health, and give him a training edge to one day flush, point, track, retrieve. So when the gear comes out, he'll be ready. Make every milestone count with game-changing puppy fuel. Eukanuba Premium Performance Puppy Pro.
Check out the United Kennel Club online store for all of our magazine subscriptions and UKC merchandise. Go to shop.ukcdogs.com and you'll find all the best gear to support your UKC lifestyle. Snag a new hat, hoodie, or t-shirt and subscribe to our many publications, including our world-leading coonhound publication, Coonhound Bloodlines. We even have research pedigrees and rule books available to purchase. Why wait? Shop now.
I'm a busy girl with a lot of stuff going on. I've got dogs, I've got leashes, I've got keys, I've got sunglasses, I've got a 1-year-old baby. So the fact that I could have the remote not on me, in my hand, where I have to get to it really quickly, go for it, fish it out of a pocket, it's around my neck or holstered or whatever, but it's almost like built into my hand. It's amazing. Because I feel like Spider-Man, I just do this, rather than going to get something. And so that makes it easy for me. What makes it easy for the dog is that I don't want the dogs to ever see the tool and be like, oh, it's the tool doing the work. I want the dogs to feel that it's complementing what I'm asking of them. They're not a TV. We don't point the remote at them and change the channel. If one day they see the remote and the next day they don't, they're gonna know that something's missing. But if they never really saw the remote, they were never distracted by the remote, when it disappears, it's no surprise to them because it was never really there.
All right, welcome back to the United Kennel Club Top 10 Finals. I'm Megan Hartmus here with Chris Nelson at Premier Nationals. We've just completed our top 10 finals judging, and while those are being tallied, we're gonna welcome our juniors for the top junior finals back into the ring. So let's welcome them on in.
Judging top junior finals this evening is Judge Catherine Short, and we're gonna welcome our top juniors in by size and speed.
Set your dog up, please. Okay, ready? Hey, buddy. Okay, show me the bite, please. Okay, other side. Thank you.
All right, so we're kicking off our top junior competition, and I have UKC Vice President Nicole Sedlecki here with me to kind of
I'd like you to tell me one quality that you really look for in this
So
breed.
can you tell me the difference in top junior versus top 10 of regular confirmation that we were just looking at?
Yes, Megan. So for our junior showmanship, the judge here, Catherine Short, she is evaluating these juniors based on the way that they themselves can handle their dog. Now, it is still a team event, so the junior is working with the dog
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to
and
move this
trying to
group up a little
showcase
bit.
their
If I need
dog
to.
in the best light
And I'd
possible.
like you to go down
So
the
some
back
of the
right
things
here.
that you're
You
going to
move them
see
up.
here, the judge may be
Let's move this whole group up right here.
trying to go
Right up here.
in between they'll go
Sir?
around the dogs
I'm just
typically
moving you up here.
to see if the junior knows to keep their dog in between themselves and the judge.
Okay, how's that better?
So yeah, I'm excited to watch.
Take right over here. Now I want you to go straight down and back.
This
You can come
junior
all the way
right
back
here, her name is
Get
Piper
yourself
Hall.
where you want to be.
With her German Shepherd Lucy.
Bring your dog up.
This is a beautiful German Shepherd here. Wouldn't you say, Megan?
Okay, did you watch the top 10? Okay, let's do the same thing. Let's go across like an L, come back and spree stack your dog right in front of the camera.
They're just talking about what a junior
Okay, very nice. Thank you. Back in line, please. Bring your dog up here.
So junior showmanship is open to what ages? Like remind me of what UKC offers.
We have classes from Pee-wee all the way to our senior classes. Pee-wee starts at 2 years old. So we have some little tykes going into the ring. That age, they have to come in with a parent or an adult that can kind of help control the dog. But yeah, we start them as young as 2 and then up to 18.
Very good.
Some of the kids
Thank
here at the Invitational, they may be 19 because it goes off of the qualifying year. So last year was, right now we're watching the kids
Okay, I'd
that
like you to
made it
tell me
into
one
the
thing that you desire in this
2023
breed.
standings.
Something you really
And
want to
similar
look for
to-
special in this breed.
The almond-shaped eyeballs, because
Okay.
they're supposed to be an almond-shaped.
Okay, you want to tell me anything else?
The phalanges on the toes should be a little shorter than mine, but and the body should be medium-sized and well-shaped, and it should be slightly longer than it is tall.
Very good. Okay, would you go straight down there and back for me, please?
So in top 10 we had they went into the breed ring and then they went through semifinals. What was the path for these kids this morning and today to get to this ring this evening?
Right, well first, they had to compete last year and make it into the top 50 of either the Open Senior
Okay,
or
did you watch
Open
the top 10?
Junior
I'd like you to
competition.
do
So
the
they
same
went
thing.
to
I'd like you to go down there,
one of our
go across like an L
many
and come back and do a
local shows.
freestand right in front of you.
And they've been earning points. They were earning points all last year to make it into those standings.
Thank you. Right back in line. Okay. Would you come right? Okay, ready? Well, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
And would you show me the bite, please? Thank you very much. Okay, would you tell me something you desire in this breed, 2 or 3 things that you really look for?
In this breed, you're looking for a dog that will, what it's bred to do, which is to run and retrieve game for its master, to go out and hunt. And show, when you're showing, you're looking for like a blocky head. You're also looking for a dog that his rear isn't too high. It's supposed to be a little bit, like not straight, but like a little bit lower than straight.
Okay.
And its feet are not supposed to turn out. They're supposed to stay straight.
You know a lot about your breed. Come on over here. Let's go straight down and back, please.
So Nicole, what are they looking for when they do the down and back, particularly for a junior?
For this case in junior showmanship, the judge wants to see how the junior controls the dog. You'll see, finding out if they're doing courtesy turns and making sure that the dog is really going at a straight down and back. Mainly that the junior
Thank you very much. And you saw what we did. Go across, make a small L, come back and give me a freestyle in front of the camera.
And this is Kylie Cromie with her dog Ty.
Thank you. Back in line.
So I notice a difference that we see from regular conformation to junior showmanship is you'll see the judge ask a question. What is that about? Can you tell me, what types of questions they ask, and just give me more information on.
Congratulations on your win.
Stuff? Yeah, totally. So the judges in UKC, when they're judging juniors, they are encouraged to ask questions, and they're typically breed-specific questions. So. Questions about the breed standard. They're in anatomy questions. We do allow juniors to show mixed breed dogs. So
would you tell me
there are
a couple things
kids
that you would desire in this breed to be showing conformation?
Their heads.
You can stand up. Yeah, I'll make you comfortable.
Like what I would prefer on this breed. I would like a nice head, and I want stocky bones, hair but not too much hair.
What would you consider a good head in this breed?
I like his head a lot.
Okay, you've studied your breed, very good. Come on over here. Let's go straight down and back for me.
So I was saying, if there are kids at home that have mixed breed dogs, they are allowed to use those dogs and show them in our junior showmanship competition. The questions in that case would be basic dog anatomy questions, since they don't have breed standards for those dogs.
You have a very happy dog. Okay, would you go straight down and make a little L, come back and do a side profile for the camera? Thank you very much. Go right back in line.
So we're talking mainly about the junior here, but what does the dog have? What stake in the game does the dog have? Are they not evaluating the dog at all, or how does that work?
Well, this is a team competition, so the dog is 50% of this team. A junior that has a dog that doesn't really like to be in the ring, the junior probably
Congratulations
won't be
on your win.
that competition that day. You're
And
trying
show me
to
the bite,
just
please.
give the best overall picture between the handler and the dog. So, yeah, I'd say the dog plays a pretty important role.
Okay.
This dog's
Could you tell
name,
me a
this border
couple
collie's
things
name
about
is
this
Groot.
breed that you
I
would
just think that's so
desire?
cute.
So you want them to be a little bit longer than they are tall, and like some things are just like judge preferred, like height wise, like you don't want them to be too tall or anything, and most people prefer their ears to be down as well as their tail to be straight out, and so that you don't want it going up over their back, because when they herd, that's not natural for them. And as well as their eyes, you want them to be almond shaped.
What would you consider a good height for a male?
They can be anywhere from 19 to 22 inches.
Very good.
Thank you.
You've studied hard.
Yes, I have.
Come right over here. I'm going to have you go straight down and back. Come right back to me. Go. Okay. And would you go straight down, do a small L, come back, and then do a profile for the camera?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good.
Now, if I had a junior who wanted to compete, starts in junior, can they also compete in the breed ring if they're, older?
Oh, they can compete in the breed ring right now. You'll see these juniors going from ring to ring, getting
okay, this
practice.
time go down and do a small L
Yes.
and stop in front of the camera.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you meant
That's all
these
right.
cameras.
That's okay. It's easily to be misunderstood. Don't feel bad.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Just go ahead and do it, and then stop in front of the camera.
Okay.
You're fine. Don't worry.
But yes, these kids are in and out of the breed rings, going into juniors. They like to handle a lot of dogs and get practice.
Thank you very much.
So if you said they're handling a lot of different dogs, they would have to be very knowledgeable about the different breed standards, because you said questions could be specific to their breeds. So you have to be well educated on the breed that you're bringing into the ring, correct?
Yes, you should always understand the breed that you're showing. If these juniors are in the breed ring and the confirmation ring against the regular adults, they're not going to be asked the same questions that they would in the junior showmanship ring.
Congratulations on your win.
Thank you so much.
You're having a big day, huh? And show me the bite, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay. All right, would you tell me a few things about this breed that you would desire for confirmation?
Yes. So one of the things that's really important, especially with really any herding breed, is their stifle and their angulation in their rear, because you want to make sure that the dogs, not only are they going to look pretty in the ring, but they're going to look good when they're working and herding, and you want to make sure that they have that curvature that from the tuck up all the way down to where their rear pastern starts. Because that's going to show, especially you'll see it in their gait. When they're gaiting, it's a lot more, there's a lot more reach between the front feet and the back feet.
Well, you studied your breed, and it's very important that dogs are able to do what the function.
Yes, what they're supposed to do.
Okay, come on over here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's go straight down and back for me. Okay, I'd like you to go straight down, small L, turn around and give a profile for the camera.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay.
So junior showmanship is much more than just confirmation. What does UKC have to offer in, the other performance sports that we have for juniors?
Our other junior programs that we have Top Junior, which would
Thank you.
include obedience, agility, and rally. So any of our performance sports that have points, we will tally the points that those kids have earned and give them standings as well.
Okay, you ready? Congratulations on your win today.
Thank you.
Would you show me the bike, please? Okay, and let's see the other side. Thank you. Okay, and you can stand back up. Could you tell me a couple things about this breed that you would like to see in confirmation?
Well, I would like them to look a little bit like better in the rear and stuff, just so
Okay.
they could, and like better heads and stuff because they don't have enough muzzle, and sometimes they have too much lip, which with no lip they just can't carry birds if they weren't.
Very good, yeah.
They can't have tons of lip for carrying the birds or anything.
Very good. You studied this. Is this your dog?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, come on over here. Let's go straight down and straight back. Very nice. Okay, I'd like you to go straight down, like do a small L, and then pose in front of the camera for me, okay? Thank you. Okay. What'd you see? Okay. Hey, buddy.
Oh, Byron, you're gonna have
Byron.
to relax.
Stop. Okay, show me the bite. And get control of her. She's a good girl. Let's see the tongue. Okay.
You have to wait. So, question about
Stand.
junior showmanship.
Good
I
girl.
see sometimes the dogs will be down here relaxed, and if the judge looks
Okay,
back,
I'd like you
is
to tell me a
that
couple things about this breed that you would like to see in confirmation.
Full black tongue, because
Mhm.
sometimes they can have spots and some people hide them. And I like the head to have open enough ears to where they don't get infected easy enough. Like, because she has open ears, and I don't like how, like, hers are a little bit larger than I like, but they're open enough to where they've never been infected, and they can really easily.
Okay.
And I like a very nice curl tail.
Okay, so what coat is this on this dog?
She's a brush coat.
Okay. Very good. Let's come over here. Go straight down and back.
So as I was kind of saying, it's a long time to be in the ring for 10 dogs to be evaluated. Do they have to be constantly, perfectly on stack the entire time, or do the dogs have time to be relaxed?
Okay, would you like to do it again?
I'm excited because of the clapping.
Okay.
I can try again
If you would like to. Would you like to? Okay, go.
I think it's good to remember that these are dogs, not robots, every judge is different in how they want to evaluate juniors, but I would say for a large class like this, it's perfectly fine to take a couple breaks,
Thank you. Now all the way around. When you go away, I want you to do an L and then stop in front of the camera for just a minute. Face your dog. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
So we just noticed this is I think the first table breed we've had in the junior showmanship. So what is the judge looking for specifically when it comes to, putting a dog on a table?
Well, one, it's important for the junior to know that their dog is a table breed.
Okay, you ready? Yes. You can take your time. These plants are right in my way, aren't they?
Stay.
Okay, and show me the bite, please. Okay. Thank you very much.
This junior here, Emily, I don't know if you noticed, but she took her hand and she made sure that the table was up correctly.
Would you
and
tell
secured
me
before putting her dog
a
on there?
few things
Really
about
smart.
this breed that you'd like to see for confirmation?
So this is a whippet, and they are incredibly known for their curvy lines. So their top line, as rather than their breed standard, should resemble an S shape, and should curve, come up on the nearly line, and come down at the croup without falling off. And their eyes should be very vibrant and alive, and they should be very active.
Very good. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Come on over here. And would you go straight down and back for me, please? Okay. Would you go down, small L, come back and pose in front of the camera for me, please, for profile.
So do an L and come all the way back?
Go down, do an L, and then come right back in front of the camera and do a silhouette for the camera.
Yes,
okay. Okay, I made you nervous. Remember the L?
Yes.
Okay, go down, do the L. and then stop in front of the camera and pose with silhouette, okay?
Oh, so stop down there then?
And you're going to go like this, like that, turn around, and then stop halfway
Okay.
so we see the silhouette.
I thought you meant
You're
come
fine.
back here.
It's
So I was
okay.
confused.
It's okay. Don't worry.
Let's go.
Thank you. Very good.
All right, so Nicole, you used to show in juniors.
Okay, let's move up a little bit.
Actually didn't.
You didn't? Oh gosh. Okay,
No.
never mind then. Take that back.
I did show as a kid, but
not in juniors. You just went right up to the big leagues.
no, I just wasn't good enough.
Oh well, okay. So you wouldn't have been in this top junior competition.
definitely
Okay,
not.
understood. Heard. But what advice would you give? Because you used to show dogs. So what advice would you be giving, or could you give?
Congratulations on
These
your win.
juniors or people juniors that are interested in,
and show me the light, please.
joining junior showmanship.
Know your dog. Know your
There
dog.
you go. Thank you.
And know what makes them tick. That is the number one piece of advice I would give.
Job. Yes. You're in this marathon. Okay.
This junior right
Would you
here,
tell me 3 things or a couple of things about this breed that you'd like to see for confirmation?
Goodness, that's a toughie. I'd like to see more American Heritage Series that actually do have the full bite. My dog is missing a couple teeth, but it is required in standard to have a full dentation. But it is just a fault for having missing teeth. But I would like to see that, and honestly, I'd like to see more codeds come out in the confirmation rings. It's not really something to fix, but just see more of them, because people see them and don't think they're American Hairless Terriers because they've never seen a coded variety in the confirmation ring, really. There's a few, but not much. And let's see. Lastly, it's a tough one.
Well, he's a nice dog.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
Yeah. Well, for him, what I'd change is I'd kind of fix his shoulder assembly to get rid of those wrinkles and kind of fix where the neck comes into the body, because I don't like seeing them. That is something, no dog is perfect, and just
We're always trying to improve.
exactly.
Very
Improve
nice
the breed
dog.
and preserve them.
Yes. Very good idea. It is kind of contradictory. Hairless, coated, hairless.
Yes, it is a little weird, but they're necessary
Yeah.
for the breed to
Yeah, you got to keep the
them
dentation.
good. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, come on over here.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go straight down and back for me, please.
Thank you. Ready?
Okay. Would you go straight down, do a small L, and then just come back and do a profile for the camera for me?
Gosh, I would not want to be, Judge Catherine Short right now. She's got a hard job because all of these juniors, are stacking up just as good as, the top 10 competitors we just watched.
Oh, yes, right. I do not disagree.
Okay, this time I'd like you to go down, go across like a small L,
Yes, ma'am.
and then come back and do the profile in front of the camera. I know I'm making you nervous. It's okay. You're doing great. Thank you. Where's my prizes? You're okay. Okay, I'd like all of you to face your dogs towards me.
We're getting into some real testing here.
Yeah, so what's she trying to evaluate right here?
She just wants to see how these juniors adapt to whatever the judge is asking them to do.
So I'd like to present our future handlers that are coming out in confirmation. Every one of you has done a great breed study on your dogs. I'm very impressed with your knowledge, and congratulations on your individual wins today. But you are the future of UKC. One of the things I really like is you're all telling me what these dogs do. Besides just confirmation where we study their structure, you're telling me their jobs. Very, very good. So.
We have 5 honorable mentions, and then we have 5 placements. These are your honorable mentions.
Okay, here's your real test. I'd like to see all of you go around one time together. Stop right back here in line with your dogs. Okay. Okay, first I'm going to do our honorable mention to the first 5 in the honorable mention, okay? Good job. Thank you very much. This is a very hard class. I want you to know that. Comes on. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
This is your 5th, 4th, and 3rd stacked 5, 4, 3.
Okay, where's 2 and 1?
On the table. I was going to bring them out separately.
Okay. Okay, and this is going to be our 3 other next placements. Want to make sure we get them all right.
Congratulations to Lexi Stover with the field stand. Olivia Merrill with the Sharpay.
Thank you very much.
And Sophia, the American Hairless Terrier. We had our youngest and our oldest get a placement here tonight.
Holy cow, how exciting.
Oh, wow.
Look at this prize package being rolled out. Literally rolled out.
I wanted to win that. Okay, let me have my second first. Okay.
Yeah, those juniors will be able to brag for
They've
sure.
known
The
as
junior that
reserve.
wins, you know.
I mean, they're all going home with a big
Okay,
rope
our
or
second
big-
place today is going to the German Shepherd.
Congratulations, Piper Hall with the GSC.
All of you are winners today. But today you're going to be my best junior. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Our winner is
Excellent
Matthew
job.
Carson.
And you get to keep the cooler.
Australian Shepherd.
You're welcome.
You can definitely tell this is going to be a moment he's never going to
He
forget.
never let
I
down.
know, he was expecting it. We'd like to make a huge congratulations to our top junior handler. That's an amazing accomplishment, and I'm sure something he will never forget. So we're concluded with our top junior competition, but stay right with us because when we come back, we will announce our UKC top 10 finals.
So one of my favorite features, and one of probably the main reason why I like using the Dogtra collars, is the dial at 127 levels. You can fine tune and be as sensitive as you need to be in choosing the perfect level that your dog can understand to communicate. There's no jumping in between. It's very smooth. You don't have to go from a very low level to a very high level. You can start low and find exactly what your dog needs.
UKC celebrates 125 years in 2023. For a limited time, honor the history and legacy of your dog's line with the all-new 3-generation Heritage Display Pedigree. The Heritage Display Pedigree pays homage to UKC pedigrees of old with elegant modern touches. These pedigrees are meant to be framed, cherished, and passed down from generation to generation. Whether you have a highly recognized dog or simply want to pay tribute to that special dog from years ago, the Heritage Display Pedigree helps celebrate and recognize those who left their mark. My hope is that my kids and future grandkids have this pedigree tucked away somewhere long after I'm gone. Get your Heritage Display Pedigree at shop.ukcdogs.com.
They're partners, ready to do whatever it takes. Athletes that pound for pound can outrun, outwork, and outperform anybody you're watching on Sunday. No contract required. You don't waste that kind of potential. You train it, fuel it, unleash it. You feed nutrition that holds nothing back. The Eukanuba Premium Performance Lineup.
Check out the United Kennel Club online store for all of our magazine subscriptions and UKC merchandise. Go to shop.ukcdogs.com and you'll find all the best gear to support your UKC lifestyle. Snag a new hat, hoodie, or t-shirt and subscribe to our many publications, including our world-leading coonhound publication, Coonhound Bloodlines. We even have research pedigrees and rule books available to purchase. Why wait? Shop now.
Welcome back to the United Kennel Club Top 10 Finals. I'm Megan, and for the last time, we have Chris Nelson here at Premier Nationals. Chris, I think we're almost there. I think the top 10 finalists have waited long enough, so I think it's ready to announce them. How have you been enjoying the evening so far?
I've been having a great time here at this year's Premier Show. We've had such a tremendous amount of fun and activity. We had a great entry of wonderful examples of various different breeds. And we even had a few rare breeds compete in our top 10. And on behalf of the judge for our juniors, I just want to say I was sorry I couldn't provide any information on the breeds competing, but didn't want to give any information away in case the kids wanted to answer any questions that were breed specific regarding to the dog's standard or to the history or purpose of what they were bred to do. So I completely understand that, and with respect for the judge, I completely agree. But all in all, I'm having a great, howling good time here at the Premier once again.
Amazing. So I think we have waited long enough, and we are ready to bring our finalists back in. So we'll send it right on over to Ann to bring them back into the ring. Give them a big round of applause. They've worked hard to be here.
Entering the ring now is our National Treasure of Japan, the Akita, followed by the State Dog of Alaska, the Alaskan Malamute. Followed by the American Bully. The dog from down under, the Australian Cattle Dog. The dog not from down under, the Australian Shepherd. The poor man's draft horse, the Bernese Mountain Dog. the world's premier sheep herding dog, the Border Collie. The dog from As Good As It Gets, the Brussels Griffon. The former Guinness World Record rarest breed, the Chinese Shar-Pei. The largest of the three schnauzers, the giant schnauzer. One of the world's most popular dogs, the Golden Retriever. The Vikings dog and national dog of Iceland, the Icelandic sheepdog. The Smiling Dutchman, the Keeshond. One of the oldest of the sporting breeds, the multicolored standard poodle. The smallest of the retrievers, the Nova Scotia Ducktolling Retriever. One of the most popular of the breeds, the miniature poodle. The dog from where the red fern grows, the red-bone coonhound. The captain's dog, the Schipperke. The hunter of red fox, the smooth fox terrier. And finally, the national dog of Thailand, the Thai Ridgeback.
Chris, that is one amazing lineup of 20 dogs.
All beautiful examples of their breed. Who do you like out there?
Oh gosh, it's so hard to tell. I feel like I'm impartial because I have a miniature American Shepherd. I'm probably going to lean towards the herding dogs, but you know, it's really anybody's game right now.
And you know me, I'm a fan of the Centowns and anything rare and wonderful, so I know who I'd pick. But we'll leave that up to the judge.
So Kayla's going to help you guys with the prizes.
Give us that look.
Why don't we give our competitors one big round of applause for making it all the way here. They deserve it. Maybe that'll break the nerves for a minute.
And this evening in 10th place, congratulations to the Akita Kalan's High Octane Power. Akita. In 9th place for your top 10 finals is the Brussels Griffon, Karma's Huntwood Ring of Fire. Your 8th place top 10 finalist is the Bernese Mountain Dog, Tallassa's Long Island Flavor Spot.
That tail is still wagging.
Yep.
In 7th place for top 10 finals is the Nova Scotia Duck Tolling Retriever, Because the Saint Come Marching In. In 6th place is the Redbone Coonhound. Purple Ribbon Skylines Push My Luck. In 5th place is the Skipper Key, Raffiney Armani. In 4th place is the Giant Schnauzer, Surefoot's His Style and Rohan. Your 3rd place top 10 finalist is the American Bully, Arcs Nashit Sherlock. Congratulations. And your 2nd place top 10 finalist for this year is the Thai Ridgeback, Falca Ektar Manel. All right, your 2023 top 10 winner for this year, the Smooth Fox Terrier, Spring Hill, A Reason to Smile.
Well, there you have it, Chris. Your 2023 UKC Top 10 winner is Smiley, the Smooth Fox Terrier, owned by Linda Reese and Jane Nolan.
Congratulations once again to all of our competitors in our Top 10 competition.
We hope that you have enjoyed the evening as much as Chris and I have. And once again, we'd like to thank our official partners, Eukanuba and Dog Trap, to help make Premier possible. And most importantly, we'd like to thank you. Thank you for watching along with us. I'm Megan Hartmus with Chris Nelson, and you've been watching the United Kennel Club Top 10 and Top Juniors Final. Until next time, have a good night.
Do you have another one that I can really grab you?
I don't know. Somehow it just came out. It's not good. That's so weird.
We hope that you've enjoyed the evening as much as Chris and I have. And once again, we would like to thank our partners, Eukanuba and Dog Trap, for everything that they do to make Premier and other events we have possible. As always, we would like to thank everybody here for cheering on our folks, as well as everyone at home for sticking with Chris and I throughout the evening. So I'm Megan Hartmus for the last time, and this is Chris Nelson. You've been watching the United Kennel Club Top 10 and Top Junior Finals. Until next time, we'll see you next year.
I love it.
I think that turned out pretty well.